new OnPoint podcast presented by Beer League Outdoors. Creig's got interesting facts on why you need to travel to Flin Flon, Manitoba. The ice is still not safe enough to start the quest for 40 Northerns. Winter is here. That means the deer hunting days are numbered. And yeah. Well, that was a bit of an epic fail. I sent Matt the wrong opening of the show, and we're a little late.
Better late than never.
Let's not let this happen in 2026.
Might as well go in a bang.
How's it going, buddy?
Good.
How are you?
Not bad. Not bad.
What are you up to?
Oh, just living the dream.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm just turning my phone down a bit for it doesn't ring all night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an epic fail. I don't even know where that dog is.
Yeah.
What's up?
She could be outside in the snow.
So, epic storm going on out there, eh?
It's quite a bit of ice. Slushy, icy mess out down the roads.
What do you think of the ice storm? You think it's being big tonight? Sorry, I'm just getting in the groove here.
Yeah.
I just caught a little off guard. I'm a little fuzzled. I'm a little fuzzled.
I think it was a little bit later starting.
Do you think it's going to be as big as, like, every storm we have in Ontario, it's like Stormageddon.
It never is.
The end of the world.
They never. 1 out of 10 is as big as they say it's going to be.
Yeah. Good evening there. Fish Erie. We should fish Erie. I like it like Erie.
I've never fished it.
Marley and I used to go every weekend when we were in our 20s. Load the boat up in Port Hope, drive all the way to Crystal Beach, launch the boat in November. Before I ever deer hunted. That was our November. Steelheading and Lake Erie smallies.
Fishing footballs. 35
feet of water, dragging 1 ounce tubes. Fire it out there, let 600 yards of line go. Boom, boom, boom. Feel the rocks.
Yeah.
Smallmouth. It was really good. I had a good time.
I have never fished Erie.
It's a beautiful lake.
I fish Rice Lake a lot.
You do fish Rice Lake. That's your jam, eh?
Yeah. Yeah. That's where I like to lay my head down.
It's going to get crazy warm tonight, I've seen, and then tomorrow it's cold again?
Yeah.
Snow?
I'm not sure how much snow, but yeah.
Nice. People are just tuning in here. I can't believe I messed that up. Final show of the year.
Why not?
Yeah. You know what? These things never go smooth.
Had 11 good ones.
Good morning. Welcome to the show. Are you pumped up?
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped.
What do you think of the World Juniors so far?
Honestly, I haven't watched them.
Do you know what?
No.
I will tell you, when I was a kid, I was the biggest fan of the World Juniors. I can remember, like, Trevor Kidd, Lindros, Ed Jovanovski.
You're aging us.
I know I am. So, on the other side of this room, for anybody who doesn't know, I grew up in this house. On the other side of this room, you know the staircase?
Yeah.
My brother and I would get up I feel like in the 90s, they played a lot overseas, so the games were on at like 7 a.m.
Yeah.
I remember getting up Boxing Day, and my parents would be sleeping. I'd get my road hockey goalie pads on, and we would watch the World Juniors, like Lindros. And my brother would play out, and I'd play goalie, and we'd pretend we were playing Pavel. I remember that Russian connection line of Burry, Mogilny, and Fedorov.
All right. Enough of the history lesson.
Oh, beautiful. But that was a good time. That was I would say that in my youth, I was more inspired by the World Juniors than ever the NHL. I watched way more World Juniors and cared way more about Lindros.
You could relate to those guys more than the NHL guys.
I think that I think that there's more pressure on these kids at this tournament. Like, you got to remember, 17 to 19 years old, away from Christmas, right?
Away from their family most of the year.
Yeah. And the hopes of the world of Canada, anyway, are on those kids' shoulders. It is unacceptable to win a silver medal there.
Yeah.
You didn't win a silver medal. You lost a gold medal.
You lost a gold medal.
Isn't that the truth?
Sure.
Man, 18 years old, I couldn't take that pressure at 18. I'd have gone over the top. I could hardly do my math exam.
You could understand why a lot of these kids fumble when they're playing.
Yeah. They're not NHLers.
No.
Two of them might be. Two of them, I think, got released by their teams. One kid didn't make the World Juniors, and now this year he played in the NHL, and I think it's the Flames. Let him go back. He could have one crack at it.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. When we're all yelling and screaming if the boys don't win the gold medal, remember they're kids. It's hard sometimes. They're kids.
Yeah, they're a third our age.
Sadly, yeah. Why you throw the math up there and it's pretty close.
If we're having a history lesson.
It's been a big year, eh?
Yeah.
It has been an absolute crazy year. I have learned more this year about everything in my life, my 43rd year on Earth, than I'd ever learned ever.
I never thought I'd get in front of a camera being 48.
Yeah, well, like what has it been like for you? Like I guess the first video we did some like fear fishing, ice
Back in
fishing
the
stuff
day.
back in the day, years and years ago.
Yeah.
But this year you really stepped it up. Like you're
I was pretty much told to. Like,
you didn't voluntold.
you're doing this, and that's it.
It's been like a wild adventure.
It's been fun.
Yeah. What is some of the ups and downs of? You tell me your ups and downs. I'm thrilled to even be doing this. I like the last version of this. Let's say, I watched maybe 6 months ago before we did this podcast, and when I watched the last episode, man, it drew up a lot of like feelings for me. I watched the episode. I know what was going on during the episode.
Yeah.
And man, like I was a different person.
Yeah.
Like it's been hard to be in front of everybody because you got like I've had to figure shit out on the go while everybody was critiquing what I was doing.
Yeah.
It's been hard. It's crazy to think though. I've grown up on YouTube. I grew up with everybody who's been watching all along.
You pretty well pulled a group of guys together that had never been in front of a camera and said go.
But at the beginning, like I think I started this channel in 2008.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Long before I never even met you then.
No.
But
This channel's been going since Fear Fishing, like before Fear Fishing, Horniak and West Outdoors, and then it turned into, I'll bet you in the first, if you went really, really far back, I don't say 3 words in the first 40 videos. I was so scared to talk.
I can relate to that.
Right? I was so afraid to like talk. I remember when I started this, I started fishing tournaments. I was so scared to weigh in.
Yeah.
Like I was just so worried about what everybody thought. And I used to make Marley weigh in.
Yeah.
I think that podcasts and YouTube, and it really taught me that like, and if for anybody's listening at home, we're just going to recap the year and get ready for 2026. But let's end it on a good note. Yeah. We're only here by ourselves at 2 because the other guys can't drive because it's
a skating rink.
Chris and Ian would have had a better time skating here than they would driving.
Chris is feeling a little.
Knoxville just lives next door, so he was fine. You live 2 blocks away, so we're good. We're gonna make this go. I was scared shitless. I've never been like, but it got me to the point where I was like, you're either gonna do it or you don't. Get up there on stage, weigh in, and then I got to the point where I just wanted the microphone. Like,
no kidding, eh?
Like, man, I really liked it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to talk for 2 seconds. I want 20 minutes up here.
It takes a lot of nerve. Like, it takes a lot of nerve to get over that fear.
It did, but like throughout the years, and I get way more messages now than I like when I first started like Instagram and Facebook, you might get a message a week. Yeah. I'll probably get 20 messages a day now.
I get new follower suggestions and follow.
But I like this.
All the time.
I like that if we say something on this or somebody watches like a video and they say something like they're like, hey, I learned this or I did this. And there's some incredible, deep stories that we're not going to dig into that like really touched me over the years.
Yeah.
And as the more I got like positive feedback from people, I didn't care about the hate so much, but it like, hey, this really helped me. I'd be like, all right, I'm going to share some more.
Yeah.
And in one of the fishing videos in the summer, it used to bother me so much that people would come up to me and be like, hey, I feel like I really know you. And I was like, and in my head, I'd be like, you don't know me.
You don't know
me. Like, you really don't. Even if you watch every single YouTube video I ever made, the stuff that changed me and affected me isn't in those videos. It's not stuff that I could share or do you know what I mean? Like,
you can only share so much.
Yeah, but I want to share more. So, like, we're as we go through this, in 2026, I'd like to share more. And I was having a conversation with my mom today, and I was talking about
how is Mrs. Lee?
She's good. I think she had a good Christmas.
Yeah?
Yeah.
She's seen her boy and her grandson.
Yeah, for a little bit. Then we bailed. I went on a date. I went on a date a Christmas date. I had a good time, too.
I've never heard of a Christmas date. leaving your family to go.
Me
and
either.
Just,
You know what? I have the coolest mother of all time, the most understanding woman ever. And you know what? You'd have to be pretty
you'd
understanding
have to be
to deal with me.
She has to be.
People who don't get to hang out and like be in the studio and come
I deal
fishing,
with you on the daily.
like it's craziness. The stuff that's going on in here all the time and never shuts off.
Yeah, I know.
Right? Like sometimes I get such great ideas at like 2 a.m. I just write it all in the group chat for you guys to get up the next morning. And then when I feel like when I wake up, you guys have answered all my stuff.
And I've woken up in the middle of the night to group chat calls,
Yeah.
like 10 to 12 last night.
Yeah, just
Like,
see if anybody's
what
up.
the hell's he
Well,
doing?
you guys are on holidays. I don't always get to do this stuff.
I totally.
But so I was talking to Lee, and I would like to open up more. Like we gotta share. I like, hey, Merry Christmas, Bill.
Bill Daly.
Yeah. Shout out. Like we're gonna take this week off. Still haven't got my goddamn tree fixed. That pisses me off. I'm not giving Rice Lake away, but we're gonna take her easy this week. I like Bill. You're still in my thoughts, and as much as I'm upset with you, Happy New Year. It'll be a great Christmas with the family. On the 1st, we're gonna get back to business. Till then, have a drink. I hope he's watching the show. We're gonna deal with that. But I want to share more. I want to fix this country. Gosh, I like, man, I want everybody at home. Like, man, I notice more and more everybody's just broke.
It's so frustrating.
And you know when you run people to the grocery store in a small town's a great place to see people you haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
But they all say the same thing. They don't want to be at the grocery store. It's the most expensive place on earth.
They've got the worst looks on their faces.
They're not living the life that they want to live at all. And like that's what I changed in 2025. I'd rather be just dog poor broke than deal with people's shit anymore. I don't want to keep people's secrets in. I don't want to not want to go to work. I don't want to not come home anymore. Right? It's pretty crappy feeling. And 2 times in my life, I lived in this house for 42 years, almost 43. I don't ever not want to come here anymore. I like this house.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It's even growing.
I think that like maybe tonight's our 2025 dump because things have got to happen in 2026. You know what I mean?
One way or another, yeah, something's got to happen.
You've changed as a person. You used to be super quiet. And now you're like you talk. We have great talks. Even like
off camera.
Like people don't understand that like we're friends off camera.
Yeah.
Like I've noticed how much the group chat is changing. Like people have come and go.
Yeah.
Right. And like you get to make that decision as a person. And like if you know if you don't fit in, you, like get to choose who we hang out with.
That's right.
Right. Doesn't mean you
no hard feelings.
No, and it doesn't mean you like. It doesn't mean you can't come back someday. You just got to grow up and get your shit together and
come on back.
Like it's not easy. Like youth like this. In the name of the Beer League Outdoors, it's all inclusive. It's for everybody. You don't have to be a pro.
That's right. Yeah.
You don't have to be good. You just have to have fun.
Yeah.
Right. But you got to be a little responsible and you got to care and you got to improve and you got to be getting better. And it's not like beer as in like drunk. It's like beer as in like softball, right? You don't have to be Cameron Haynes. You don't have to walk 50 kilometers and do a race.
Yeah.
But you need to walk 5.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta put some hustle into life to get anything out of life.
Yeah.
It's crazy, eh?
Some have more. Like you have way more, I would say, free time than me.
Yeah.
And you have things that you do to fill that time. Right? I probably put 5K in walking, chasing Ollie around.
Oh, 100%.
You know?
I'm going to do, in 2026, I'm going to do a race. Like, if anybody's out there and knows like a 10 or 15 or 20K race through the wilderness, I'd really like to do one of those races. But I've got you hooked on. You're going to do a half marathon. You're going to walk a half marathon.
A half marathon?
Yeah. It's only 26. It's not even that far. We could do it. I could walk out.
We'll train for it.
Yeah.
That's a silent New Year's resolution.
No. I just made it loud. We're gonna get you into walking shape. It doesn't matter how long we do it in. We're just going to complete the race, you and I.
All right.
I'd really like to do one of these. I'd like to maybe even do 2. I'd like to do a shorter, like long distance race, and then I'd like to do one where I like, like you don't know what you're getting into on the first one. I'd like to do a small one with you, like a social event one. I'd like to do one to find out what it's all about. And then I'd like to pick one and try and win.
Yeah.
And yeah, right? I'm like, man, I didn't set my goals so high that like, even if I got halfway there, I would just kicked everyone's ass. That's what I want to do with this.
Yeah.
Right? Just shoot for the moon. And if you only get here, everybody else is still here. That's the only way to like conquer the world. I want to change Canada. I started with Port Hope, and then I thought I'm going to keep Rice Lake. But you know what? I had a conversation with the young lady who I went on a date with, and I was like, I will run for mayor. Right?
Oh, so you told her that you didn't scare her away yet?
Not yet, but I was like, but I feel like how I circulate, if I happen to win, I probably want to be premier. Right? And then that'd be the new.
Mayor
and then
West.
as soon as if I ever won being premier,
Premier West?
I'd want to be prime minister. Like I don't have it in me to just stop. I'll never quit. I'll always find a way to keep going. But like that's what 2025 was for me.
Yeah.
Regroup. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If I think about this time last year, I was a completely different person. I was just lost in the world. I didn't understand, right? I was so much different.
You're what, 3 months after everything went down?
Yep, give or take, like 3 months. It was the new year.
You were kind of a walking.
I didn't know what I wanted to
Didn't
do
know what you
next,
wanted to
and
do.
I wasn't like we hadn't really kicked off beer league. So like I had talked about this. I had talked about doing this show from January 1st to we did the first show, and it like man, I was pretty nervous to do this again.
Absolutely.
Like sharing your stuff is great, but it's also scary, right? Like
Yeah.
people knowing how you feel who you've never met before, who
Yeah.
maybe don't even live in the same country. I've been getting more messages about this podcast from the good folks in the southern United States more than Canadians.
Really?
Yeah. I think on Spotify, like over 60% of the viewers of this are American. Right? It seems it like political and like hunting and fishing, southern thing.
Yeah.
Right? Up here, everybody just hates each other. Nobody watches each other's shows. Right? Like
Yeah.
like that. That's the atmosphere
It's
of
not.
this,
It's
right?
not like the States, no. But
No,
not even close.
maybe not in the States. Like, I'm sure there's lots of drama in the States, but we're such a small community here. Like, I think there's only 3.1 million gun owners in all of Canada.
Out of 38 million?
Yeah.
Whew.
It's crazy, eh? In Ontario, I think 80,000 deer tags were a couple years ago were issued. 14 million people live here. Think about that. 80,000 is just like a little tiny
Drop
number.
in the
of
bucket.
Nothing. The numbers in the 90s were huge. Like hunters and firearms and anglers, if they got together, they could vote in and out a premier for sure.
Do you think the complications of getting your gun license and your hunting license and your tags and finding land has a lot to do with the decline in the
Well,
numbers?
I was just at Canadian Tire today getting some ice fishing stuff, and I was just looking. Like, it's been a long time since I paid for anything.
Yeah.
Like, not like paid for anything. That's not the right word. Like, I bought lots of stuff, but like, I worked at the store.
Yeah.
Before that, I fished for a whole bunch of different companies. Like, I've probably given away more fishing tackle than most people have ever even owned. Just because it kept coming and coming and coming and coming and coming and coming.
Well,
Right?
Yeah.
There's still stuff coming.
Yeah.
But I was looking around, so maybe I wasn't in touch with like full price. I can tell you right now, sticker price scare everybody away from.
Absolutely.
Is nuts.
Absolutely.
$125, I think it was for a hand auger.
Yeah.
Like $125 is
For a good Swede board?
Like
Yeah.
that's not cheap,
No.
right? And that's about the cheapest way you can get a hole right there. This right? I
Better.
think that the sticker price, like as technology gets better and better and better, all we're doing is making things more and more and more expensive, right? And we don't have the option. You can't just buy a basic. I remember we were fishing smallmouth this year,
and I was using a $50 fishing rod with a $550 reel on it. I'm not even kidding you. Like, the combo's upstairs, right? It's a real thing. I need a 7.6 rod, and that's the only 7.6 rod that I could find, and that's what I'm going to use. I caught fish on it. I think that, like, I love my RX-8. I really do. But you don't have to spend that money to have a good time bow hunting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or, maybe this year it's more about, like, cost effectiveness. Like, I'll tell you right now, I'd rather have 4 $100 fishing rods than one $400 fishing rod.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, are we... Like... But social media and everything is driving you to buy the craziest stuff.
Yeah.
I wear a Sitka coat and pants. I'll tell everybody I didn't pay for it.
Yeah.
Is it awesome? Amazing. Is it $1,200 awesome?
No.
I don't know. But what camo brands? What camo brands out there can I get good stuff that fits good and it doesn't kill the bank account? Right? Like, where are those brands?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, who's making a good fishing rod? And you get, like, guys, drop me some comments. Let me know. I read all the comments, even the bad ones. Shut up. Like, who makes the best $100 fishing rod? I think that's 2026. Who makes the best $100 baitcaster?
Yeah.
Like, baitcast. Like, all I needed to do is I don't even need drag. You know what? Today I went through all my fishing baitcasters. Reminder to everybody. And I loosen the drag on your baitcaster. You should loosen the drag on your baitcaster every year.
Yeah, you're not using it.
Right? But I'll tell you, as soon as early bass season starts, I'm going to crank them as hard as... I don't need drag on baitcaster reels. I'm 50-pound braid.
Yeah.
I can't think that... you know what? The only time I've ever used braid, drag on a baitcaster, I just push a button in, use my thumb. Let them take a couple feet, snap her back over.
Yep.
Right? You're telling me that I spent $750 on a reel to just
no
drag?
They're trying to tell you that.
They're trying, and we're probably ending any chance to get any kind of sponsorship or friends with anybody.
Yeah.
But it was super cool when I was young to build a boat.
Yeah.
To just go buy the first boat I ever had that was my mine was a 14-foot Legend tin boat with a 9.9 mark on it, and bare bones. By the end of it, it had a front casting deck, a front trolling motor, a fuse box panel, power downriggers. It carpeted. Shout out to Kevin, he carpeted it for me. It was awesome.
With a 9.9.
Yep, I caught so many Chinooks out of that boat downrigging. I would take that thing out to 200 feet on nice calm days. I'd check the weather, but I didn't care. I just wanted to fish.
Yeah.
Right, and I think that we're getting away from that. It's more like
there's so much time spent working now. Everybody has to work for
a $1,700 rod and reel.
Well,
you're gonna have to go to work.
But
for a $180,000 bass boat, I would love a salmon boat. I miss downrigging for salmon so much, and anybody's ever kept along. After the tenor, about a 17-foot Sylvan, fully rigged out for Chinook fishing, and I spent a ton of time Lake Ontario's 3 blocks from here.
Yeah.
I paid $17,000 for that boat, brand new, 75 Honda 4-stroke on it.
Really?
Yeah,
17 grand.
Marley bought his first Lund, which was a 17.5 footer with a 90 Yamaha 4-stroke, and it was under 20 grand.
Wow.
Taxes in, financed, out the door, done, under 20 grand. Yeah. That boat today, 65, 70 grand.
Well, how much are some of those 252 strokes?
Oh, crazy money. There is no 252 stroke. I don't think you can buy a new 2-stroke.
No? Well,
No.
That's how far out of the loop I am.
It's all 4-stroke now. Thunder Down Under is over.
And what's a 254 stroke worth? It's got to be 15, 16 grand.
I bet you that's what a 115 costs.
No. Really?
For sure.
I'll stick with the old 70 Johnson.
But I'd really like it. I'd love to buy a deep V salmon boat and spend my days in the summer. I don't want a bass. That's the only downside of a bass boat is that it's only good for bass fishing.
The one-trick pony.
It is a one-trick pony, and I'll never sell that boat. Shout out to Andrew Mercer who stopped me from selling that in 2021. But I would like a great big deep V to go to Reagan Round.
Yeah.
But that's $100,000 boat.
I know where you might find one.
Yeah. But like, where do you like? I'm sure I can find them all over the place. But
I got a 16-foot.
Yeah, for sure.
We could rig something up in that.
Yeah, like I'd like to spend more days on the lake. So you're right. The more technology advances and the more gear gets nice and the more that like expensive it gets, the more time you have to spend at work, which means you have less time for hobbies.
That's right.
Like, I don't know why nobody has a $20,000 option. Let's take all the fancy screens.
Yeah.
Right? Why can't I buy a pickup truck with no screens in it? With just I can wipe my window.
The old Armstrong windows.
Yeah, right? Like
Nothing.
At least that's affordable. Right? The more we make this world comfortable.
If there was a lot more $25,000 trucks out there, there'd be a lot more brand new trucks on the road.
Well, and then there'd be a lot more car salesmen.
Everybody
There'd be
working.
there'd be a lot more demand at the Oshawa GM.
Absolutely.
But man, I'm not a conspiracy theory guy at all. I will admit that over the years, a couple of these conspiracies that I'd heard had turned out to be true, and now I don't go down the rabbit hole, but I certainly don't throw them out the window when you hear something, right? They're like, oh, well, maybe I'll put that in the back of my hat. We'll see if a couple of years turns up. Like, it's scary out there. Like, 2025 has been an eye opener. We can't increase this again. In if 2020, 2025, we're going to take that as a half a decade. When we hit the 26th on Wednesday is New Year's or Thursday? Thursday? Between Thursday and 2030, we can't do the same increase again. Nobody is making a 30%.
Wages aren't going up in relation to the costs.
Anything.
No.
Anything.
No.
2019, I'll bet you buy a pickup truck for $35,000. 40 maybe.
Yeah, my truck is an 08.
Yeah.
And the sticker price was $46,000, brand new.
That's pretty reasonable, I think. That's
It's a lot more affordable.
And we just talked about
90.
this too. When I was in high school, I can remember them in grade 11 math, and they started being like, this is how you need to manage money. Right? And 5% goes to entertainment. 5% of what the average person makes wouldn't do anything.
No.
You couldn't go to the Generals or the Pete's game. Right? This also, I think that this is creating a more competitive world too. I was explaining on my date that if this is the pie of money, here's the thing. This is the pie of all Canada's money. They are not printing more money, which means in order for me to get more money, I have to take it from you. Right? Do you get what I need to make your slice of the pie smaller than my slice of the pie? So we have 41 million Canadians. How many of them think are rich? Hey, Knoxville, how many of the 41 million Canadians, how many of them do you think have more than $1 million in their checking account? 1,000? 100,000? I'll bet you. Can you see if you can Google that? I'll bet you it's mind-blowing. I'll bet you there's more Canadians have in their checking account a minus beside it than have $1 million.
I bet you there is too.
And I think it's probably outrageous. I think that everybody's in tougher shape than they are letting on to be too. It's pretty hard to go out. Here, we're thinking about this. My dad worked at Cameco. Great money. Worked there from the 70s.
Yeah.
He had way more than 40 years in there because I remember him telling me that they basically had to force him to go home. Nobody, I don't make as much as him. Not even close.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Right? Guys who work at OPG, they're not making the increases to pay for everything they have. Hold on. Talk for a second. U.S. Canada has about 2 million millionaires.
2 million?
But that's nothing on 41.
No.
That means that That means 39% of us aren't. 39 million of us aren't.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. So 2 million people are doing great in this country. How many politicians are there?
2 million.
Right? Like, it doesn't add out.
No.
And when we're just dumping our shit for we can get rid of 2025.
Yeah.
That's what's going on here.
Yeah.
For 21, 26, I demand that Canada does better. I demand that the citizens of Canada do better. Like, we be nice to each other. Let's
Absolutely.
Like, do you know what I mean? Let's open up. If you got a buddy at home and he's going through a hard time and you notice he changed a little bit, simply ask him how he is.
Yep.
Next time you guys are putting around the garage, just be like, you all right, bro?
Yeah.
Just try it.
Yeah.
You'll be shocked. And then if he tells you something, tell him something.
Yeah.
Right? And then two people have more knowledge. Right? I wish I had my whiteboard. Shout out to Dave. I hope he bought that thing he was talking about. So, two of us, you and I, we're going to share our feelings tonight, right?
Yeah.
Now, tomorrow I go out and I'm probably going to go deer hunting, right? I might see a couple people at the store. Now, like, maybe I share something with somebody there. So now we've reached 3 people. Now you go to work tomorrow. I know you don't have to, but you talk to 5 guys.
Yep.
And those 5 guys go tell 5 other guys. Let's just talk about our shit, boys and girls, right?
Yeah.
It's important. Listen, communicate. I have learned so much in the last year just by simply asking questions.
I find I talk to the guys at work more because I'm there all the flipping time.
Yeah, of course you are.
Right.
You spend way more time with them.
Everybody talks about the shit they're going through.
Yep.
You know?
Do you ever come to solutions?
No.
That's our problem. Nobody in this country has solutions. The guy at the top, I'll guarantee he's on that millionaire list. And he's probably on the 1% of billionaires.
Yeah.
Right? Polyev, I'm both conservative. I'll guarantee he's on the list. Find out if Polyev's a millionaire. Right? I'm going to be the first mayor in all of Canada who's not a millionaire.
But you have to think, what are we doing wrong?
What do you mean?
That we can't be millionaires.
You're too good of a person. Again, when you have this pie and you have to take from others, you wouldn't like somebody to load your pockets.
No.
I can name tons of people. People who, I'll guarantee you, people who know this, watch this show, know people, just lie through their teeth, tell you anything they want to hear.
To get what they want.
To get what they want. Right?
I couldn't.
I couldn't do it either. The best I could do is say, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not helping you.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's not like nobody at home be hard on themselves for like being a good person. I'm telling you, I'd rather die broke than I'd rather die with $1 million that I lied to get. Right? Think about this. And fact checking. This might get too deep. Maybe we'll never have.
We'll just talk, we'll talk all
Polyev's
night.
worth $25 million.
How?
I don't know.
Like personal wealth?
But here's the thing. You think Polyev would sit here and let me ask him questions?
No.
Think Daly from the
No.
Port Hope Initiative?
No.
Doug Ford? Mr. Doug Ford. Would he do it?
Maybe because we have real questions?
Well, he'd have to give real answers. No, we're not
No,
getting.
he'd have to give you the answer he
we're
wants
not-
to give you.
Yeah, but we're not getting those real answers from anybody. Do you think the gentleman who would like to take Rice Lake would sit here and let me ask him questions?
No.
No, could just call me a racist. That's all. That's like I'll show you the conversation. What makes you think that you deserve Rice Lake? You're racist. End of podcast. I'm not a racist. My best friend in the whole world, who I love dearly, and his mother. They were born in the James Bay Reserve.
Yep.
Not racist. I love that man.
No, that's just an easy way out.
That's just an easy way. That's an easy way to point fingers and not answer the questions.
Deflection.
Deflection. Good word. I don't want that in this country in 2026. Fuck, I want this country to get better. Man, I want kids to... We were talking about that today. Right? We were talking about your daughter. And we were just having a moment of reflection back and forth.
Yep.
Some perspective talk.
Yep.
Kids that, if that kid had the same grade 11 math class and they were like 5% of this and 20% goes to your mortgage. 20% is not getting you a house in this country.
No.
Not even close. right? Like 20% of, like, how does a kid make, let's say, honestly, everybody tells you they make like $48 an hour. If you made $25 an hour and you worked 40 hours a week, there's not a major bank that would give you a mortgage. You might get a shitty third-party mortgage from some
rates.
guy. Yeah, there's some guy who's trading in gold. Right? Like, be honest here. That guy will give you the mortgage because in 3 years he's going to own your house.
Yeah.
Right? And you made payments on it. Like, that's the problem with this country. There's no hope. There's no Canadian dream.
When I bought my first home,
Yep.
I was making like $16 an hour.
Yep.
And I can't remember what year it was now.
Long time.
2000?
Yeah, so not even that long ago.
No.
2000 is the year I graduated high school.
Yeah. Like our mortgage payment was $1,100 a month.
I don't think you could buy anything for $1,100 a month now. I don't even think you
so.
could rent
I'll
an
think it-
apartment for $1,100 a month
No.
in like anywhere. Like it's deflating, but 2026 is our year.
Like, I don't know how like, the price of groceries is insane.
It is insane. I watched a whole thing the other day about what a cattle farmer is getting compared to what
Nothing.
the price of beef is. Cattle farmers are going broke in this country.
That's what the government wants.
Do you think so?
We're
Do you
gonna-
think that that's the big plan?
That they can control us.
Yeah. Do you think they want to control
It
us?
seems to be going that way.
Well, that'd be the conspiracy, like, right?
Yeah.
That's what you hear people say. But why would you want to control us? Why wouldn't you want your fellow countrymen to be wonderful and happy and great and prosperous and excited and wanting to go to work?
They don't want us to have a voice.
The objective of work is to go to somewhere to make money, to bring it home to your family, to enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
Today, you go to work to make not enough money to even pay the bills, to come home and yell at your wife and kids. Or, I'm going to also flip this around, come home and yell at your husband and your kids. Right? I don't know. But it, must piss people off to work all week and not get what they want.
Sure does.
Right?
Yeah.
So instead of sharing our feelings, the two of us sharing feelings, let's do this in the opposite thing. Let's say we're not sharing how we feel. And we're going to have an argument here. Right? And we're just going to put each other in the bad mood.
Yeah.
Then tomorrow I'm going to go deer hunting. And I'm going to see 3 people on the way there. I'm going to shit on their breakfast too. And then those 3 people are going to go shit on 10 more people.
Make
We're going to
everybody
shit on 30 more people. And you're going to do the same thing. You're going to go to work. You're going to walk through the door and you're going to tell the first 5 guys you see in the day, right? And I've had enough.
Yeah.
And then everybody's miserable.
Yeah.
It's easier to be miserable than it is to share feelings because your shitty feelings, everybody's talking about them.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking about hope. When's the last time you heard anybody in Port Hope go, or in Ontario go, like, well, there's hope. There's no hope in here, right? I'm fighting a war to fish river for a fish that aren't even supposed to be here.
Yeah.
And then we're arguing for a lake that belongs to everybody that one guy wants. That doesn't make sense. Can't even have nice trees out your backyard. Hey, Bill? Right? Bill, just come cut them down. Sign the paperwork and then write you a check.
I think
$6,500 the offer. What can you buy in this country for $6,500? You can't buy those trees.
no.
You can't even buy a coffee table made out of the tree. That's the offer.
true.
Take it or leave it. Big flex. Right? I'm going to bully people. I do believe that Port Hope initiative is sponsored by the federal government, which means, that flex not just coming from Port Hope, it's coming from Ottawa.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
I think that we do such a good job in this country scaring the shit out of people that you'll end up on the news, right? or somebody's YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to crap on anybody, but this is the only way to start the discussion, right? You can send an email and they'll all sit up there and laugh at the office and go, this Lee lady's an idiot. When Lee lady deserves Mrs. West and has done way more than that asshole will ever think of doing. And nobody knows her story. We should have her on a podcast one day. She'll tell you how tough it is.
Everybody,
Right?
Everybody
But like
assumes
the-
a lot of things.
Everybody assumes a lot of things. We should name this podcast Episode 12. People assume a lot of things. Right?
Yeah, nobody knows how everybody's doing.
Nobody knows how anybody's doing.
I
Here's a
wouldn't
great piece of advice that I got in 2025. I only know what you're telling me.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
I've spent a lot of my time in my life guessing because nobody would tell me the truth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? Nobody wants to tell you the truth. Oh, I love to hunt and fish. And then you find out, man, maybe I don't. Maybe I've never been hunting and fishing in my whole life.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I thought you were telling
Maybe they'd like to hunt and fish.
Nope, I don't
never
even
have.
think that.
No.
I don't think there's any interest in hunting and fishing. I think that I can tell you right now, there is about as much interest in hunting and fishing as there is in horses. That's the latest rumor that I heard. You just moved to a different house and lie to get what you want there until you don't want that. That is all how we're all living.
I don't understand how people don't like being outside.
They don't want to be outside.
But why?
Here's another thing. We have a lot of crown land, but you can't see a foot in front of you. It's mosquito ridden. Storms go through. Imagine we went to some of this crown land in Ontario. And I'm not saying I know why this, and maybe somebody can put it in the comments or send me a message. What if we just let everybody cut down deadfall on crown land? Right? Hey, everybody who's got a wood place up north, just go cut some deadfall. You find a great big ironwood and it's laying on the ground and it fell over in the last ice storm, just cut it up, chop it up.
They can do that in Northern Ontario.
Nope. You can't cut anything off crown land.
If it's on the ground?
Nope. You can't harvest wood. There would be no wood in any forest anywhere if they were like, well, if it's on the ground, you can have it. They'd start cutting everything. That's the problem, though. Do you know what I mean? You got to steal because this is how much of the pie there is.
Yeah.
Right? Do you know what I mean? Our pie in Canada right now is shrinking because we don't have anybody to trade with. Right?
Yeah.
Timu's winning. Those guys over there are doing a great job as far as growing their economy and just doing whatever the hell they want. Oh, what's the thing in that carbon?
They have to understand that Canadians aren't the same size as them, though.
No, but listen, Canada, we're paying. You can't buy a straw. You can't get a straw in this country. China doesn't give a shit what they pollute. Blows over here anyway.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So everything that, I watched the thing where if our carbon tax money made no effect in the global, all it did is make Canadians broke.
I don't understand how they set a carbon tax up and it's supposed to make the trees greener.
It doesn't.
No.
I'll bet you it's line some pockets, though. Really? I wonder why it does that. We're having a weird system, too. I guess every time that I put the pie up, hearts come up on the screen. We're going to have to figure that out. We had balloons, too, today.
It's kind of a weird night.
We're going to fix everything before 2026. I'm going to fix this country. I demand so much more out of this country and our politicians. I demand people stop lying.
There should be more accountability.
Well, there's no accountability if you're a politician. You lie all you want.
But how do we keep getting fooled into voting them in?
Because you've got the choice between three arseholes. Why don't I what?
Fair enough.
Right? Who else you vote for? You don't you have to be on that 2 million people list in order to have enough cake to run for anything. Poor people can't run for.
I think the whole voting system is corrupt as shit.
Hey, how much money do I need to run for prime minister? Google that.
Don't put any hearts up.
I'm trying. I'll bet you it's over $1 million. I'll bet you it's over $1 million to be premier. Why do you think every guy who's running for office is a millionaire?
Yeah.
I'll bet you Mrs. who's mayor of Port Hope, I'll guarantee you she's not hurting for cash. That's why she got that job. You can't run for mayor. You have to go to work.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
In order to get the money to run for mayor, you have to go. Yeah, but you can't get paid, which means you don't have the money.
Yeah, that's true.
When we looked up the thing, I need cash for Port Hope too. I got to show them my bank accounts, don't I? right? Like I have to submit my taxes and shit to run for mayor of Port Hope, so that somebody higher up can tell you, no, you can't be the mayor. You can't run for mayor.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I'm a Canadian citizen. I should be able to run for whatever I'd like.
As long as you have enough money.
Yeah, but you shouldn't need enough money. You should be able to just put your name on a list. Like if Johnny Knoxville here and you feel that I could be Prime Minister of Canada, they should say, okay, and you live here and you've been Canadian all your life, you were born in Canada, well, good for you. There you go. Be on the ballot. Prime Minister, because that job isn't something you buy instead of... Yeah. He gives you the old run. You don't need $1 million, but...
Sure helps.
Right? How would you know how to even sign up to be in the race? Couldn't win anyway. You know why? Because I'd need somebody. Let's say we're going to do Beer League Outdoors political party, fighting for the people, common sense ideas. We're bringing back lower prices, right? The problem is I got to sign somebody up in every riding across Canada to even have a shot at being Prime Minister.
Yep.
So I like BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Northwest Territories.
Seems to be a lot more common sense in Alberta. I
Yeah.
have a better shot at there.
But, here's the other thing. I've never been to Alberta. I only know what I've been told.
Yeah.
There's a ton of people that tell you Ontario, it's the most amazing place on earth. 2 million of them, to be exact. Right? Like, I would imagine that if you lived in Sudbury, your opinion on what's going on, or Sault Ste. Marie, or Thunder Bay, is a whole lot different than Bay Street. Right?
I would imagine. Absolutely.
We're living in a time where they can't fill the Air Canada Centre. That's how broke people are.
3 times this year.
Right? And I know everybody at home's like, that's not a big deal. You used to have to take your kid to Maple Leaf Gardens.
You'd have to buy scalper tickets.
If you could get a scalper ticket.
If you could get one.
Now they can't sell the tickets to fill the most popular, I'll guarantee you that's the most popular arena in Canada.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Like beyond, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
They can't fill
Absolutely.
it. Which means people are so hard up that you can't even, they can't borrow the money.
Or they've
to
just
go.
given up on the Leafs.
Nope, because we've been way worse. They're only 6 points out of a playoff spot. They've packed that place when they were 30 points out of a playoff spot, when they didn't have a hope in hell.
True.
When they hadn't
All
made the
right.
playoffs for 10 years.
Yeah.
Right? We've only been round 2 twice in 30 years. The last time we made it to round 3 was 92.
Yeah.
They didn't have any problems packing that place till this year. So this is, even if this team doesn't make the playoffs, it's not even in the top 50 bad Leaf teams.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
People don't have money. They can't even borrow it anymore.
Or they're afraid to borrow it.
No, I don't think that early ticket to Rogers Center in the early 2000s are receipt. Yeah. 500 level, $4 to $9 Canadian. Do you know what they're going to try to charge you to go to the Jays game next year?
Hopefully not an arm and a leg.
An arm, a leg, a head, a heart. Right?
Yeah.
You think it's going to get cheaper that they made it to the World Series and now they just spent all that cake? But I
really hope they keep the $20 standing only.
I'll bet you they double. Why would you sell anything for $20 when you could get $40? That's the problem. Why wouldn't they make them 10 and go, we had a really great year and we've made this amount of money? Have you ever noticed the grocery stores in Canada? They always they make more money. Gill and Weston ripped us all off on bread. Do you remember that?
I heard
Breadgate?
about that.
Nobody went to jail. People stole trees from my backyard and nobody got charged. You can't even charge somebody for this. If I steal, I have to go to jail. They'll take my firearms license away from me too.
Legalized theft.
Only if you work for the government. How do you take the government to court? They pay the judge. Seems unfair. right? If you were a judge and you were making how much a judge in Toronto make?
Supreme Court.
Supreme Court judge. I'm going to take this to the top. How much does that guy make? Knoxville's like the new Jamie. You ever watch Rogan? They're just like, Jamie, Jamie, what are the facts? Tell me. Here he goes. Look at those thumbs just working.
He can text like the wind.
Text like the wind. Craig, what do you think? $443,000, 200 bucks. So let's say you're the great honorable, whatever. What was Will Smith's dad's name or uncle's name? In Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil. Uncle Phil is the judge. Big Uncle Phil's up there. He's standing in front of them. The prosecutor is a single mother of 2, and she's had something stolen from her property. The defendant is the mayor of X amount of town. Was the mayor? No, that probably isn't a lot of money. You got bank if you're the mayor. The guy on the left side, who's defending himself against theft, he's got big money. He's also got big friends. Some of his friends work in politics. They pick the judges. They get rid of judges. They may falsely accuse somebody to get rid of them. That's how the real world works, right?
Lie.
P. Diddy. How many people had P. Diddy? Google P. Diddy and friends and see how many famous people come up there. Same as the Epstein thing, right? Bill Clinton and Prince Andrew. 2 guys are old, gonna die. I want to see the young guys who are there, right? Bill, take one for the team. I bet you Bill's 80. How old's Bill Clinton? Right? You get what I mean? The pictures come out and it's an old guy that Trump hates. Everything is crooked, right? There's no way a judge gives her anything. It's not worth losing $443,000, 200. That's how the real world works, though. This is the things that we aren't talking about. Who heard of Carney before he showed up? Who was that other arsehole who showed up from the States last time that lost to Harper? 79. Bill, good run. Right?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean, though? We all knew Bill was there. Like, he had Monica. Like he's busted. Like 30 years ago. You know?
Yeah.
It's wild, eh? Like your brain can't handle all of this. And this is not even conspiracy. This is just what we see openly every day. You don't make enough money, right? Like nobody does.
No clout.
I don't know, dude. So how do we change this around 2026? Let's get to the positive things. What are you going to do in 2026?
I'm going to hunt for the first time.
You are going to hunt for the first time. You said you're on chapter 4.
Yeah.
Here's the best part of this. Ian paid for your hunting course.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
We were just out at the pub having a
pint.
You and I were having a pint. Ian doesn't drink. He was having dinner.
Yep.
We started talking about a hunting license.
And why haven't I got it yet?
Right? But here's the thing. He's investing in you as a friend.
Yeah.
He's counting on you to pass that test.
Yep.
Somehow we'll find you a crossbow. And what? Oh, and then Ian has somebody to go with.
Yeah.
I've collected hunting and fishing gear for over the years. I own 3 tree saddles now. Why? Chris needed one, so I lent one to Chris. And we got one hanging here. And if we meet a friend and he needs a tree saddle, we're just going to peel it off the wall and we're going to move some stuff over.
Yeah. Yep.
It's nice to have extra stuff.
Yep.
I'm very lucky. I had like a little bit of extra coin and I invested in my friends to go and have fun.
Yeah.
Because I know they don't have the cake.
I made friends this year that I wasn't expecting to. Mm-hmm. Right? Like
You went out a lot.
Knoxville. We were out all the time.
Knoxville's a whole different story. That bugger just kind of fell in my lap. It's been a great time since. He's done really well for it. All he did was sit on his porch and smoke. Now he's the great Knoxville.
Yeah, man. Couldn't do the show without him.
We'd been screwed. He was the missing link. That's when the people are like, "Oh, I feel like I know you." You don't know me because I spent 8 weeks begging people to be the producer just to do this. And
he's next door.
Knoxville's knocked her out of the park.
Yeah.
We do have a balloon problem and I guess hearts, and we ran the wrong show opening, right? But 2026, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to shut up in 2026. If anything, it's going to get louder, and I'm going to speak for everyday Canadians. I'm going to say the things out loud that they're afraid to say because they don't want to be judged in public. I don't care if you judge me. I'm 6'4", I'm 43, I have a six-pack, I'm in the best shape of my life. Bring it on. You want to say things about me? We're going to talk about you.
People don't want to be noticed, so nobody says anything.
I would like to be noticed. I hope to get on the front page of the Toronto Star somehow. Right? From coast to coast, I'll stick up for all of you. Yeah. Man, I want every Canadian to have the best opportunity they possibly can. I don't care if you live in Newfoundland, the Northwest Territories, or BC. I don't care if you're an NDPer. I don't care if you're a Liberal. I don't care if you vote Conservative. I don't care. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're a lesbian. I don't care if you're black, purple, blue, brown. I don't care if you're Russian. I don't care if you're English.
You don't care about anything.
I don't care about anything. I care that you're a good, honest person. That's the only thing I give a shit about.
I think everybody that has a full-time job, works hard, 40-plus hours a week, should be able to buy a house.
100%.
I
don't even think they should have to rent. I feel
absolutely not.
Renting is like coal miners. Back in the old days in the United States and Virginia, West Virginia, coal miners would buy a coal mine. And then they would create their own currency, right? So you get a paycheck. It just so happens that the coal miner would own the store and all the houses. So he'd write you a check in non-American dollars and coal mining dollars. And the only thing you could buy was rent and stuff from him.
Is this for real?
This is a real thing.
Really?
That's how it went. That's why all those little towns are all broke in Virginia. Because nobody made any real money. Except the guy on top.
Everybody looked out for each other.
No, I'm pretty sure that they all just starved. Have you ever seen Coal Miner Daughter? That movie? That shit happened for real. We got to do better. Remember the guy next door, the girl next door? Lend a hand. Speak up. Stop being quiet. You know what? Maybe if there's a federal election, nobody votes for anybody. What happens then? Right? What if you get...
Oh, they'll make up their new rules along the way.
Do you know what I mean? But what if the Conservatives got 0.001 of the vote and the Liberals got 0.002 of the vote? Because, of course, you're party people.
And the Liberals win because they're 0.002.
Right? But, it would send the message that we're done, that we deserve better, that we want better in this country. And 2026 is that year. I don't exactly know how we're going to do it yet. Right? I'm still working on shooting a deer before Wednesday. After that, I will open my schedule up to figure out this country's problems. I'm going to start with Port Hope, and I'm hoping by March we get to Ontario, and somewhere in later summer, I'll fix the rest of the country.
Oh.
But all this is about talking. If everybody can talk and we share each other's opinions, and we have to have a momentum here.
Everybody has to listen. You can share your opinions all you want, but if nobody's listening and they're just letting you talk.
No, you're right. Okay. So we need to voice our opinions. We need to listen to other opinions. I've learned so much this year from people I don't agree with. You know what? I have a friend. I met her. And she is the hardest going liberal ever. We have talked about a lot of things. She suffered a loss just before Christmas. And I think that we were here and we found some middle ground. Right? I don't have to agree with her. She doesn't have to agree with me. But I think we learned to respect each other and have a conversation.
Absolutely.
And say something nice to each other.
Yeah.
Right? I think that now when she meets somebody who's conservative, I think 6 months ago she hated their guts the very second. She's just disappointed in what they were doing and what she thought they were doing. I think by just showing that I'm a regular person and I can't vote anything else. I have to vote conservative to keep hunting, fishing, and my firearms. I don't have a choice. I have to do that in Ontario, and I have to do that in the federal election.
Yep.
There's not another party out there who will allow me to keep my stuff. And I love hunting and fishing. I don't want to stop hunting and fishing. Mm-hmm. So I have one choice to vote for. Right?
Yeah.
But I think her and I have like found some middle ground. We were friends.
Yeah,
we
you,
had like
you don't have to agree on everything.
You know, you don't have to agree about anything.
But you can
that's
agree to
the
be friends.
trick. But that's the trick. That's what that box. This thing is a tool of division, right? You don't like if you grew up in like a super liberal place in Toronto, you've never met anybody like me.
No.
You just think that I get out of a car and take my rifle and just kill animals. It's not what I'm doing. It's not even what I want to do.
If
right?
it was, you'd have filled that tag by now.
Yeah, I would have, because I just would have shot the first damn deer I saw.
That's right.
And you know what? It's not what I want. But you can't reach enough people, right? Because in order to get the money to reach enough people with a positive message, I'd have to work 90 hours a week, and I couldn't pull off all this content. So the only content that is getting seen out there is by people who can afford to create the content, share the message, and it's bullshit because we're only getting one opinion. The opinion from like 2 million is not the majority. It's not even enough to vote anybody in or out.
No.
It is less than gun. When I brought up, there's only 3.1 million
gun owners in Canada.
Gun owners. There's less millionaires than gun owners. Right? You know what the sad part is? If all the millionaires and all the gun owners got together, still couldn't vote.
Anyone.
Nothing. Zero. And you have to remember this is coast to coast. There might be 3 millionaires in Port Hope. 2 in Surrey, BC. Do you know what I mean? It's not an impactable number. I think that because nobody speaks like this, and I haven't heard a lot of people speak like this, especially from my community of like hunting and fishing, right? All I ever hear is like, you need a new Ranger, you're not cool. Right?
Yeah.
If you're not fishing the newest Daiwa, man, nobody will speak to you at the boat launch. Shit, man.
What do you mean you
Nobody
don't have live
cares.
scope?
I do have live scope.
Maybe, yeah, well.
It doesn't make me a better angler. Nothing.
You can see
it
the
doesn't
fish,
really,
but it doesn't catch them.
No, you can't really see anything. Or like works great at Lake Simcoe, Lake Ontario, Lake Erie. All it takes is about 4 weeds to screw that day. Like you can't see, right? But I met tons and tons and tons of people who just had to have it because somebody else had it.
I wanted it just for ice fishing. But
Yeah.
then I'm like, I can't see spending $4,000 on it.
No, but it's all right if you have $4,000. If you're one of those 2 million people of $1 million, I'd buy live scope
Sure.
all day long.
That's
I'd buy like a new everything.
But maybe in blue collar guy, we're gonna work to pay the bills, and there's not a lot left over.
How many times have you heard somebody say, "Well, if you don't have live scope, you're not winning the tournament"?
I hear it a lot.
Of those people who said something, how many of them have ever won a tournament with anything? Live scope didn't make any more winners, right? I'm just being honest
Made
here.
a certain few manufacturers rich.
Distributors, stores. Like, I think live scope is great. I think it's super cool technology. I think it is mind blowing. But I think the wrong message being sent is if you don't have this, you can't participate. We don't have enough people fishing, stupid. Think about that. Well, here's another thing.
How many live
Here's
scopes
another
are
thing.
sold in the States compared to Canada?
I don't know. Like, way more. There's way more people.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? But here's the thing. Think about this. Everybody at home think about this too. Who runs anything in the world of fishing where they give anything away for real? Who's doing anything any good? Right? Is there anybody in the fishing communities other than Shimano? Shimano does a great job.
Yep.
Shimano's done a lot over the years. Live release boats. They've done something.
They do a lot for kids.
Keep Canada fishing. They support that. Right?
Yep.
Streamside, local company, Ontario. They do talks and stuff like that.
You see, I've seen a lot
They
more of them in the
support
last few years.
Cooper Gallant. His first sponsorship was Streamside. They make good rods. I got a couple Streamside rods, like for $100, $129. Great rod.
Yeah.
Right? But like, who's done anything? Who's given back? Who in the hunting world has done anything for anybody in hunting?
I have no idea.
We have less whitetail than ever.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? This is what I'm going to talk about in 2026. And like, people don't have to agree, but we need to change things. And the only way to change things is to talk about it. To as many people as you possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Openly. Open, talk, hopefully change comes.
Hopefully, but like you said, like not enough people care about it.
Yeah, but maybe it's going to start changing, right? Like maybe you don't care about deer or fish, right? Or anything else, but maybe you care about leaf tickets, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe you care about local fair. Maybe you care about the food something. Maybe you care about the local concert. Maybe you care about the local marina. Maybe you care about the local marsh. Maybe you care about the local veggie stand. Maybe you care about the local dairy farm. Maybe there's got to be something here you care about.
Yeah.
If you're not on the $2 million list, then you're probably like just average Joe. We need to talk about this all more in 2026. The boys are going to be back, and I think we're going to game plan. How's that work? Do you think we're on the right track, Knoxville, at all? No?
We're just going off in left field.
I'm going to make this happen. Lots of people said I couldn't do lots of things. I did them all. Right?
Well, at least 90% of them.
I can't think of anything that I set out to do that I really failed at other than make $100 million. If I made $100 million, I'd be prime minister. I'd spend the $100 million becoming prime minister.
Have you failed that yet, or you haven't done it yet?
I haven't done it yet.
It's coming. It's coming down the pipe.
I'm only short of $100 million. No, probably more like $100,093,000. Let's be honest here. I'm excited for 2026. Here's the best part. This will end one way or another. This will not continue on. Everything in this world's changed. Rome fell. England fell. It's going to change. Something's going to shake up here at some point.
Yeah. Yeah.
It always happens. Nothing in this, for the history of the world, lasts forever. It's all dust in the wind, buddy. Oh, that's a good deer. That camera hasn't gone off in a month.
And it just went off?
It just went off. It's a little late at night. Who is it? 2 of them. I know that bugger. I'd love to show everybody at home, but it's crunch time. We're going to cut this show early.
Well, let's talk about the quest. 40
northern pike. We're still finalizing all the rules, but basically we're going to go out ice fishing. I've been rigging quick strike rigs. I got you a couple quick strike rigs yesterday. I'm all over this. I got 3 tip-ups, 2 rods.
See, I knew I could change it.
I got the best thing I ever did was not throw that hand auger out.
As backup.
No, I can go through 10 inches. It's chest day.
That's right. Yep, looking at January 1st start.
January 1st fart. It's some crappy weather out there. We're like, I think this is the part I love, that we're going to get to tell a story. If we were just going ice fishing, you can count me out. But now that we have a dream and a story to tell, we're catching 40.
We can have as many guys as we can get out there. If we get 5 guys a day, 4,
you know what?
Guys
And we only catch 40 fish. I've been executing. I've been asking some guys. You think we should do like a Saturday beer league, and we invite everybody who's ever watched anything to come on out, and we'll all fish together, and
pop 100 holes.
Yeah, we'll get Knoxville to run around filming the fish, because that's the rule. It doesn't matter which one of us catches it, as long as the beer leagues gets it on film, it counts as one of the 40.
That's right.
So yeah, you run around.
We could do it in one day to get 100 guys out there.
Well, I don't know. That'd be a good.
But it's a long shot. But
it's a long shot.
You never know.
You know, it could happen.
I'm looking forward to it.
Do you have a New Year's resolution?
I don't like to announce my New Year's resolutions in case I don't fulfill them.
I love saying them in public so that I can't fail them. Because then everybody gets to call me an idiot. I'm not failing. You got a New Year's resolution? No? Just be a better dude all year long? You've done really well in 2025. I'm really proud of you, bud.
I'm shooting for that 10K.
Yeah?
Yeah. I want to get that done.
Buddy, we can do that, no problem. I'll whip you into shape. That'd be a huge accomplishment.
It would.
Yeah, right? 10K is not that, 10K is a long way, right? But it's not that bad. Like if we did a kilometer every second day, you will never do the 10K before you do the 10K.
Yeah.
We're going to get you geared up so that like we do 6, 7, 8, then we're going to have a 3-day break, and then we're going to go. And we're going to pull her off.
Remember to that 10?
As soon as you get to 5 and you can do 5 comfortably,
Yeah.
we're going to turn it up. But the key is before you do it, like when I did 35, I would have had a lot easier time if I would have took a 2-day break, ate pasta, carved it up. Tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of carbs. I'd have done 50. So I from doing it once, I have some experience. I know what we need to do. As soon as the roads get a little better, we'll start pounding them off. Every night you get home from work, we'll start with a kilometer, right? We'll do 5K, and when we get to 5K, we're going to do 5K until you're consistent, and then we're going to do 5K as fast as you can, right? Then we're going to do 6K as fast as you can. Then we're going to do 7K as fast as you can, and then we're going to take a 3-day break. And on the 4th day, we're going to do your 10K. And we're going to do it in impeccable time.
I hope so.
90 minutes would be the average pace of a 10K walker. I can do her in 1:14. So I think you could do her in 1:20.
Well, we're going to try.
No, there is no trying. We have it on film. Right? We will get to grill you next year when we're going into 2027 if we don't do this. My New Year's resolution, you know what? I'm in the best shape of my life. I would be really happy to be in the best shape of my life this time next year. I'd like to walk 50K. I was going to do it in November, and I just cared too much to deer hunt.
Oh, I know.
So I'm going to do 50K in a video. I want to do a race of some sort. You and I are going to do a race. As soon as we do 10K, then we're training 10K for the race.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. We got to do 10K, and then we'll do 10K for a race. But you don't have to do 10K all the time. I'll teach you the way, young Jedi. I'm going to be nicer to people, and when I'm going to take time to explain more. I'm going to continue to share feelings and thoughts and be kind as best I can. And in the back of my head, I'm going to try to figure out a way. I probably have 50 or 60 really good feel-good stories that aren't my stories to share, right? And every time I have those relationships, we talk and the person goes, thank you, right? And they go, that's amazing. And I say, but how do I do this 1 million people at a time? Like, I don't have enough time left in my life to do 41 million. Nope, screw the millionaires. No, I'm kidding. 41 million. I care if you have $1 million. I'd like to be your friend. I don't care if you have minus $1 million or plus $1 million. I don't care. 41 million Canadians. How do I make 41 million Canadians' lives better? That's my goal. Right? Instead of helping.
Big goal.
Instead of helping. It's not a 2026 goal, but I got to get through 2026 and I got to grow as a person. And I need to understand the world and I need to understand people more. If you're an NDPer, I'd love to talk to you. If you're a liberal, I'd love to talk to you. If you're conservative, I'd probably talk to you. Right? But I need to expand my world. I want to learn about new people and cultures and just keep growing.
Yeah.
A young lady I went on a date with, her parents are from, they're Dutch. I've learned so much about Dutch people. I'm so interested in learning new cultures and like.
It's interesting.
It is so interesting.
Just the way they live and the way is
right?
So much different than what we know.
We think we're all like, but we're not. And it's interesting and it's good and it makes you better and you learn about new food and you learn about new traditions.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I want to expand, right? And I want to share.
I want to practice perspective.
That's a good word, eh? Perspective. You learned a lot tonight. Do you feel like you learned a lot tonight?
Yeah, because
we don't have to talk about what we talked about.
I'm not going to.
But could you see the other side? Did it make way more sense to you? Perspective.
Yeah.
So you should go home and have that conversation with her tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now, she'll know this, and she'll be able to help somebody else. Right? That's how we make this whole thing better. I just need to reach the first million with like this. And then if they just told four people, we get to 5 million people. And if those people told 8 people, fixed. It's that simple, Mr. Carney. I'm an idiot. That's the whole
giving
point,
our money
right?
away.
Final thought?
Don't always think you're right. Perspective.
Perspective.
Look at the story from somebody else's view,
Side. Yeah.
and then make your call. It's
100%.
not always your way.
No, it's not. And that's a big thing to learn, that like, I don't have to have things my way, right? I learned that. I used to be like a bit of that. I want this.
You're a lot better now at listening to the guys
I try hard to listen.
than you were when we first started, kicking this idea around.
Yeah, but like, here's my problem. I have ADHD. Most of the conversations I have, I'm already like at the end of the conversations while somebody says the second sentence. I know where this is headed. I've done this lots of times.
Yeah.
I talk to thousands and thousands, and like I don't think that people realize how much that phone never stops, and how when I go to Walmart, I see 10 people.
Yeah.
9 of them I've never met before, but they know me.
Yeah.
I stop and talk to everybody. I made in this room one time when I was 23 or 24 years old, I made a terrible decision and I didn't take 5 minutes for somebody. And that person wasn't on earth the next day. And I've regretted it ever since then.
Yeah.
I always think that when you lose somebody, the best way to keep their memory alive forever is to learn from the situation. I can tell you that since that day, I've never not had 5 minutes for somebody. If you message that one of those accounts, I might not get to it right away, but if I see it come up, doesn't matter which one of them, I may not like have a whole conversation, but I will check to see if you're okay.
Yeah.
I don't ever, what happened back in the day has nothing to do with me. It wasn't my fault and I probably couldn't stop it. But I certainly could have spent 15 minutes saying, hey, how are you? How are things going?
You did it
Are
with
you
me.
all right? Pardon?
You did it with me.
But tonight?
No.
Well, when?
Just over when we first started the whole beer league thing.
Yeah.
I was very apprehensive. I'm like, what's going on? Why me?
But I was right. I was right.
Yeah, and you hung in you're always asking me, you all right? You okay, man? Like, you good?
Yeah, because I have perspective. There's
Yeah.
lots of times in my life since I started the YouTube channel, I wish somebody would have asked if I was okay, and people didn't.
Yeah.
I wish that people cared more about me than they cared about money, and they didn't. I wish my friends would have showed up when I needed them, and they didn't. So I have perspective because I know what it's like to be on the shit end of the stick and everything always be your fault, right? So the perspective is that if you feel like it's always your fault, it's probably not. It's just people you're surrounded yourself with, right? People up here who are comfortable and confident in themselves, I don't point down at the people below them. The point up, right? You always got to be getting better. And even like a little bit get you there,
Yeah.
right? I had a conversation with somebody today. The actions that we do today, we're not going to fix this country in a year. I'll never get her fixed by 2027. But you know what? Training our brains to think like this today will be so much farther ahead next January, end of January, December. In 2030, we'll be miles ahead if we just keep this train of thought. Stay positive, see other people's perspectives. We learn from different cultures. We understand. It is amazing to be Canadian. I'm so happy that my ancestors came here before the War of 1812 and were frontiersmen, pioneers.
Yeah.
Right? Cut down trees in Bobcaygeon. That side of the family, Englishes. I am an English from Bobcaygeon, and I am also a Kimball from Bobcaygeon. That's where my family originates, my mom's side of the family. I'm very proud of them. But I feel like if they cut the path to get up to Northern Ontario, pass them and cut. I feel like it's my responsibility to be a frontiersman in the game of sharing my feelings, seeing perspective, making this country better. Like, they died for nothing. Every young man in Canada who had to go to World War I died, World War II and died. people who came to this country after weeks of being on a boat, and half the people on the boat died. So they cut a bunch of trees down and survived this miserable winter. Ice storm. Can you imagine you just got here from England or Ireland and you ran into your first ice storm tonight? You're living in like a couple pieces of wood and some cedar trees as your roof. It's tough life, right?
Tough go. That's for sure.
We're at a different crossroads in Canada right now. It's a tough go, right? Not everybody's got the big house. Not everybody's got heating money. Not everybody's got money for soup.
Eat or eat.
Right? I feel responsible to like make sure that it mattered, that all those lives that were lost during World II counted for something.
Yep.
And they used to count for something. And those brave men who, man, you ever watch some of those histories about like trying to dig your way in a tunnel through a trench, and then underground you run into the Germans because the tunnel wall. You guys are going to fight.
Yeah.
Underground for what? For his great grandkid can't afford a house. For his great grandkid can't go to the Rice Lake and fish. Or you can't catch some salmon that came from BC. It doesn't make sense to me.
We all just get along, regardless.
But you know what we need to find? That magical P word.
Perspective.
Friends, final thought, just do better next year. I'm not asking you to save the world. I'm not asking you to save Canada. I'm not even asking you to save your hometown. Go over to your neighbors tomorrow and shake his hand. Don't care who cover he is or who he is or if you fought all last year about everything.
Yeah.
The greatest lesson I ever learned, I'm going to leave it on this. I got in a fight with my father, 2007. I was mad. I didn't speak to him for 3 years.
Wow.
Right? I was a very upset young man. Perspective, he's my dad. He doesn't have to change. He doesn't have to change at all. My perspective was that I went and apologized for something I really wasn't sorry about, just for you to move on. Right? The perspective was that he didn't grow up in the world where he was all right to talk about his feelings. He's lost because he didn't come from a generation that got to talk about stuff.
Yep.
Right? It's not his fault. It's not his fault that he doesn't do very well with perspective. But nobody taught him about perspective. Sometimes it's all right to just say sorry because you understand somebody's side of things better than you did when you started the fight. Move on. Be happy. Glad me and the old man got along.
Yep.
Glad I can call him on the phone. Glad he tells me he loves me when I hang up the phone or when I leave the house.
Yeah.
It's important. Forgive, forget, move on.
Yeah.
But never lose perspective. The other thing that really helped me in 2025 is learning, and I kind of learned it in 2024, but I really mastered it in 2025. Tomorrow, and I've talked to you guys about this, I have a plan for who I want to be in 6 months, right? When I was 30 pounds heavier than this, smoking cigarettes, drinking beers all the time, I would drive around and see some guy at 5 in the morning on my way fishing or somewhere, busting the streets, walking, right? I thought in my head all the time, I want to be that guy. I made a decision to be that guy 6 months. And I didn't start in 6 months becoming that guy. I started the next day. That way, in 6 months when I got to there, I'd already created the habits to be that person. Every 6 months, and I shouldn't say every 6 months, every day I keep adding to this. So then in 6 months from now, I am that person. I've created those habits. I don't want to smoke cigarettes. I drink 4 beers a month, right? There was times in 2024 that I drank more beers
One night.
than I drank in all 2025. I feel better. I walk taller. I've noticed in the last couple of weeks that I keep hitting my head on the roof down here. I lived here 42 years, never hit my head. You know why? A better posture because I got some core muscles.
Mm-hmm.
I feel better, right? I remember giving people a hard time about doing yoga. I do yoga 4 times a week. It's one of the best things I ever learned to do.
Stretching.
Feel good, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Everything you've ever heard in your whole life about what it means to be something and you don't want to strive from that because you don't want to try something new, just make 2026 all about trying something new. Decide who you want to be in June today.
Yeah.
Start tomorrow being that person. New Year's resolutions are hard to keep because you can't decide on January 1st you're going to quit smoking. Knoxville, are you still off the darts? Good man. So you got to just stop, right? My old man, again, he really, like, this is how simple it is. You got to simplify all this. My old man's been off and on cigarettes for his entire life. He asked me last year around Christmas time, and he was like, how'd you finally quit smoking? I said, Creig, it was really easy. He said, what'd you do? I said, I stopped putting them in my mouth. Done. Magically, I never smoked again. How? I just stopped doing it.
Mm-hmm.
We all have that. You just got to find it deep inside.
That discipline. Yeah.
It's not even discipline. It's that drive to do better. That's what we need. We all need to drive to do better to make this country great.
Yeah.
Final show of the year. Did we do a final thought?
We're in it.
Okay.
We're doing it.
Okay. Everybody have a nice New Year's. Be safe. Arrive alive. Call a DD. Bill, we're going to deal with this in the next show. Hope you have a good New Year's. Get lots of sleep because she's about to get wild. 2026 is going to be a great year.
Perspective.
Good night, friends. Thanks for tuning in.
Happy New Year.
Hey, Chris, Ian, and Dave, thanks for being part of the show this year. I couldn't have done it without
fellas,
you.
we couldn't have done it without you.
Thank you so much for showing up every Sunday. And Dave, I hope you get to keep your job. Bye.